Welcome to News9, and today we have the privilege
Thank
of
you.
hosting India's national football team coach Igor Stimac. What are your plans for the friendly matches that India would play during this 1 year period?
I will just go back to what you mentioned. I on purposely selected two higher ranked teams because the situation was different then, and I was thinking that I will have enough time to prepare the team for such oppositions, which was not the case yet, because ISL season, because of some COVID disruption, finished later than it was supposed to finish. And instead of having camp long enough, that camp became disaster for us to prepare the team for such high ranked teams, and we couldn't react later on or change the schedule or change the opposition, nothing like that. What we were thinking now is to play higher ranked teams, obviously, but once again, because of some uncertainty, we will not be able to do so.
Now, you got a 6-week training period prior to the Kolkata qualifiers. Now, and you have said that how much it helped the team and the players to bond and play well together and improve their fitness. Now, you have also said that you need longer camps to prepare the teams for these important matches. Now, but how do you see that happening?
But you need to look differently at the time before and after. Prior to this, the ISL season was going on for 4.5 months. That's why I needed such long camps. If ISL season goes on for 8 months and players are in the regular training process and they are playing competitive games, then all national team needs is 2 weeks preparation. Because you need to understand that for 2 months of work prior to the qualifiers were used separately. First part was just based on the fitness level and fitness condition of the team, because they were not on the training process. But if they are in the club, so half of that preparation is not needed for national team coach. I just need this time, which is needed to settle team down in the game style we want to produce, in the various transition aspects we are going to produce during the game, and the set pieces. So that's more than enough. That's why I'm requesting 2 weeks of time for the national team. And I'm not requesting 2 weeks from ISL. I'm requesting only 7 to 10 days from ISL, because I have 1 week from FIFA.
I asked you this question specifically because in the past, ISL teams have refused to release players prior to 72 hours, which is the rule for FIFA. Which is why I ask you, do you plan to speak to all these ISL teams and officials just to get them on the same page and understand the importance of 10 days camps?
We are not in position to behave like Real Madrid, Barcelona, and some other bigger clubs. So FSDL officials, they also need to understand that Indian football needs to rise up, and to do so, they need to behave in such favor towards the national team and the IFF. That's why I repeatedly saying we need to sit down every while after maybe once at the table, discuss the things and make decisions together, because decisions cannot be made based just on preferring one league or one stakeholder. National team success is most important thing there if we want to promote Indian football.
Now, till last season, the ISL was the most important tournament of the season, and it lasted from November to March, which is why you got the 6 weeks that you needed in around May, June to prepare the team. But this season, the season starts from mid-August with the Durand Cup, and it stretches till around May, I believe, with the Super Cup. So, which is an elongated 8-month season. So, you are saying, will this be beneficial for the national team's prospects with regards to the Asian Cup matches?
No. ISL season is still the same.
Right.
From, beginning of October or November or until mid-March. Last final games.
October to mid-March.
Yes, to mid-March. But to mid-March, only 2 teams. Beginning of March, 4 teams.
Right.
And most of the teams finishing end of February. Right. There we have the problem. Because not all the players and all national team candidates finish their season at the same time. That's why we're having problems in planning. That's why I have problems of providing the list of 25 players. I need to provide a list of 40 candidates and then start the pre-season first with available ones and then reduce the players, and then it's kind of difficult to plan anything in such a situation, you understand? But as per now, it's very obvious that these tournaments which are in the ISL season at the moment, they need to be upgraded organization-wise, infrastructure-wise, so we can make sure that all the best teams in India are participating there, not sending their reserve teams or not giving such importance which is needed for such huge historical tournaments like the Run Cup. You can see clearly now that some of the ISL clubs were not sending the first team there.
Now, the chosen 25 players for the Kolkata qualifiers, are they more or less the set number of players that you will be calling up for the Asian Cup matches as well? Is that the core of the team?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the core of the team, but we need to mention there that a few boys were so injured or with certain problems and they were not involved in this list of 25. And it's obviously that the guys who were released very late in our preparation will also be part of the initial preparation for this. And then we're going to see, we need to follow. Will be fit enough. I need to receive all the reports from the medical staff there and then make my decision for the final list.
You have said that Sunil Chhetri remains your star player and obviously you want him to carry on. But the burning question in Indian football, which you have addressed as well, is how about life after Sunil Chhetri and who will score goals for India when Sunil is not there, either through suspension or through injury or when he retires?
I think that we already answered that question during the last qualifying games. It was obvious who will score goals when Sunil is not there, and the boys really did well. And all of them got to the scoring sheet. Manvir, Ishan, Isahal, so I'm not worried about that. But still, Sunil is by far the best striker we have. And while that remains like that, he will be leading the team out on the pitch.